What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Spider-Man series, the Scorpion. Here we do have Scorpion in the packaging. Really looking forward to this figure. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get him open up, and we'll have a better look at the Scorpion. And so here we have Scorpion posed and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the Scorpion, let's actually take a look at what he comes with. He only does come with his Build-A-Figure piece, which is the right leg to the Molten Man Build-A-Figure, which I'm not even sure if I'm going to complete, but it does look like an interesting figure. Other than that, Scorpion here does not come with anything. I don't know what else you would want to include with him. But with that out of the way, let's actually take a closer look at his details. So here we have a closer look at Scorpion, and let's get the elephant out of the room right now. His face is green. I know there's a lot of people that wanted him to have the flesh tone right here on his mouth, but unfortunately Hasbro did go the very classic McFarlane style Scorpion with the green face. Does it look strange? Absolutely. However, this is originally how Scorpion looks, so I really can't criticize Hasbro too much on giving us a really classic looking Scorpion. Now, you can see he does have the mold line where the face is supposed to be painted. I don't know if it's going to be a running change where they're actually going to paint this flesh tone, or if it's just going to be used in the future for another Scorpion figure, which I can actually see that happening. But as it stands, I really do like this face sculpt. It's a really classic McFarlane style Scorpion, which I know a lot of people are upset about, that it's not the big hulking idiot Scorpion. But it does look nice. His eyes are painted fairly well. You can see they are brown. You can see the dark green around his eyes, which looks good. His teeth are well sculpted. You can see his ears through his mask. So overall, the face sculpt is acceptable for the Scorpion that they're going with. On his body, you can see he is made of a metallic plastic. You can see the marbleization all throughout it, which I'm perfectly okay with that. I really do like the sculpt work on it. It's a really unique body. I don't think any other figure has had this body. I'll have to double check. It's not Mysterio's body, I know that for sure. But you can see they did a really good job sculpting the line work right here on his little backpack. Now, on mine, the backpack is a little off-center, which is a little bit disappointing. I have tried lining it up, but it doesn't feel like something that can come off willingly. So I'll have to double check that, see what's going on in there. Moving on to his arms, you can see he has those dark green gloves, which thankfully they did continue the sculpt work on his elbow. You can see right there, his elbow actually has a line where they painted this part of his elbow, so it actually matches the glove without breaking up the sculpt too much. He does have one fist on his right hand, and on his left hand he has an open hand, which looks really good. I would have liked to see some interchangeable hands, some open hands and some fists, but that's neither here nor there. Again, it does look like it's two different sheens of plastic. You can see this is a flat metallic, this is more of a marbleized metallic. I don't know why they did this. His arms are obviously metallic. His torso is a little bit not as marbleized metallic, as well as his hips here. So it is really strange. Under normal lights, it's not something you'll notice, but under studio lights, it's kind of noticeable that his abdomen and his hips are made of different plastic than his actual thighs and the rest of his body. But they continue that line work all throughout his costume. And then we get to his boots, which are the exact same dark green boots that we saw with his gloves, so that looks really good. And then he does have this really absurdly long Scorpion sting, which I really do like the stinger on it right here. I know a lot of people would have preferred a more classic looking stinger, but this actually does work if you want to have him posed. And yes, it is absurdly long. You can see it's still going and going and going. I don't know why it's this long, but it is. I know some people have said it's safety regulation that it has to be this long, but I can't confirm that right now. But overall, really do like the way this figure came out. It's a really classic human-sized Scorpion. It's not the lumbering idiot that people associate Scorpion with. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's actually get him compared to a few other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Scorpion posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Scorpion posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we have Scorpion posed next to a Marvel Legends Pizza Spider-Man and a Marvel Legends Ultimate Spider-Man. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually run through Scorpion's articulation. Now, he does have standard Marvel Legends articulation. If you don't know what that is, let's run through it really fast. He does have a ball joint in the head, and he can look up really well. He can look forward. He really has, he does have pretty decent head tilt, so I'll give it to him. He does turn left and right at the neck. He does have a hinge in the neck, which does let him look up about that far. Looks down all the way, so really good movement there. Arms hinge out to about there. Do a full 360, no issues there, except you might get caught on the tail depending on how you have his tail posed. We have a swivel at the bicep, double bend in the elbow, giving us pretty good range there. He has a hinge and a swivel at the wrist, and it's the same for both arms. He does have a ball joint here in the torso, which goes back pretty far, comes forward pretty far, goes to the side really well. So really good movement here on Scorpion's ball joint. That is a real good ball joint right there. It does also rotate. We have some swivel at his waist. Almost ratcheting joints there, surprisingly. Legs do kick forward to about there. Go back. Go out. Surprisingly better than most Spider-Man figures. That is a little bit sad. Swivel at the thigh. We have a double bend in the knee. Works pretty good. Swivel at the boot. We do have a hinge in the ankle, which goes back about that far. Goes forward about that far. Forward facing pin for rocker ankle. And then we have a wire frame here in the tail. So if you want to have that posed, you can. You can do just about anything you want with it. You can even have the tail coming to the front like this for a classic Scorpion attack pose. So really do like the bendy wire here in the tail. I don't know how else Hasbro would have done this, but I am glad they went with a bendy wire because it does add a little bit more to the figure. With that out of the way, guys, let's actually finish up this review and move on to my final thoughts. And so here we have Scorpion posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like the way this figure came out. Even though it's not the way most people picture Scorpion, this is actually a really original Scorpion style. McFarlane never did draw Scorpion a big lumbering idiot like most people imagine Scorpion being. He was actually a more normal proportioned regular guy in a green jumpsuit with a green face. Overall, I still think this is a really nice figure, and the way Hasbro implemented the tail is a really nice touch. Although the tail does make him a little bit back heavy, top heavy, front heavy, whichever way you have the tail facing, he is going to have a tendency to lean that direction. Thankfully, the tail does act like a 3-point stand, so you can have him on his feet, and the tail with added support, making this a really nice display piece. If you are looking for a Scorpion here, the rest of the Spider-Man series is starting to hit stores at the time I'm making this video. I got lucky and found my Scorpion at my local GameStop. I really wasn't expecting to find anything there. Saw a Scorpion on the pegs and I knew I had to have him. Scorpion is probably the only figure out of the line I really wanted. Maybe the MCU's Mysterio, but we'll see if I ever find that figure and if I ever decide to pick it up. If you are looking for Scorpion, he is going to run you about $20, so you expect to pay at least $22 for this figure. GameStop, of course, does have them marked up to $22, so I'd paid about $24 for Scorpion. If you can find this figure, I really do recommend you pick him up, especially if you're trying to fill out your Spider-Man Rogue gallery like I am. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Marvel Legend videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. And while you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.